Definitely. So, you enjoying the game? Go Firebirds. We got to get you a Firebirds jersey. For sure, definitely. Hey, we're glad to have Chick-fil-A as one of the partners of the Raleigh Firebirds. Trey, we just having fun, brother.
I know, brother. Do your thing.
You guys are hilarious. I've got to say that.
and Autumn is Autumn Joy from K97.5. Middays, drive time from 3 to 7. And as somebody that worked in radio myself for almost a decade or more, definitely it's awesome having the media. And what do you feel, Autumn, having professional basketball like the Raleigh Firebirds here in the Triangle?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying off air, it's such a breath of fresh air to finally have something of this caliber come to Raleigh. People always talk about when they're in the smaller cities and they have to drive far to Charlotte or other places to see professional basketball. Well, we finally have it in our backyard. So it's really exciting. You can feel the energy. These guys are professional players. They're not just people they picked up off the street and gave a jersey.
Right.
These guys legitimately went to some great four-year colleges, even played overseas. Big shout out to Wade. He put together an amazing squad. And we're seeing that today here at Word of God.
Well, the good thing about this is, like you just mentioned, these guys aren't just off the street.
Yeah.
These are professional basketball players, and that they're extremely excited to be here.
Yeah.
But what the basketball league does gives them a chance to go further into their career. Like
For sure.
What this does is get them overseas. Argentina, we just had a guy from Indian Express just signed to Argentina. So, I mean, stuff like that, that's what makes this fun. Of course, I'm a fan of this, but just being able to broadcast something like this is pretty cool.
Yeah, you got to love the fact that, an opportunity like this is creating jobs for these guys well after they leave the team.
Yes, for sure.
And there's not too many options for people sometimes. And so when the Raleigh Firebirds, when they announced that they were coming to Raleigh, it was kind of slow at first, but as you can see with the crowd, like it's definitely picking up and that momentum is coming, and it's like a snowball effect.
That's right. We're live here at Symmetry Financial at the half. It's a 10-point lead for the Thoroughbreds and Trey Snyde. What are you seeing here as what Raleigh needs to do for the second half? What is Coach DeMarcus Oliver, one of your longtime friends out of Henderson, what is he telling those players in that locker room right now to try to be 2-0 after that win last night?
Well, you got to move the ball more effectively. They're rebounding extremely well. Yesterday, they out-rebounded about a 72-36 overall. Today, it's reversed. And so they got it. And their free throws are still there, 81% on the Raleigh Firebird side. Now, the Thoroughbreds have hit 10 for 10. They're 100%. And so that they have to get that kind of taken away, because the beginning of the game, they weren't fouling very much. Then kind of late in that first half, they were fouling like crazy. So they got to kind of step back and relax. Like I say, my baseball player, just relax just a little bit. Go up to bat, relax. You're going to be just fine. Continue doing what you're doing, because it works. We've seen it work. They're so close to continue that win streak. Right now, they got to do it in the second half.
And I think we're seeing some awesome performances by returning starters Brock Young and Caden LeBray as well coming back, and they're playing strong on them too.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to love the fact that, the energy that each one of these guys are bringing. The Thoroughbreds is not an easy team.
No.
And the fact that the Firebirds are on their heels. And I'm going to tell you this, guys, they're going to break out with that W. I'm calling it now. The Firebirds are going to win. We got this.
For sure. Hey, we're at the break. We're getting ready to come back, and me and Trey are going to recap the stats. But Autumn, real quickly, thank you for joining us. Let everybody know if they're in the Carolinas where they can tune in and listen to you on the radio.
Hey guys, make sure you catch me in your midday, Monday through Friday. I'm on 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can follow me on Instagram, Autumn Joy with an I, live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Thanks for having me.
She got it. She know about social media.
That's right.
There you go. Autumn, thank you so much, honey.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, we're at the break. Firebirds are down by 10. Me and Trey Snyde are going to be right back in just a moment, and we're going to look at the first half stats for a wild second half coming up here in Raleigh. This is Firebirds basketball here on the TBL on CRN and Sportscaster. We'll be right back.
Looking for a life insurance company that specializes in what you actually need? Protection. Call Danny today with Symmetry Financial. Danny is certified in all 50 states, which means Symmetry Financial is not limited and has over 30 companies to choose from. Symmetry Financial has proved time and time again that their options and pricing is just better than the rest. Give Danny a call today at 828-994-1681 to see how Symmetry Financial can make life simple.
The Basketball League, formerly the NAPB, is dedicated to delivering a world-class professional basketball experience to our community. our fans, and business partners. The Basketball League, where the spirit of the game lives. It's Wesley Outland, the voice of the Raleigh Firebirds, along with my colleague and partner Trey Sneid of CRN Sports Network. Let me tell you about what Firebirds stands for STEM. A successful franchise is a basketball-loving market with sustainable local market and support. The best franchises are intimately integrated with actual community goals and values, not just popular causes. The Firebirds stand for STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math education. The 21st century workforce requires astounding levels of STEM education, but many of our young people are not getting exposed to these fields in a way that engages our aspirations and imaginations. We are committed to leveraging the powers of attractiveness of sport to promote earlier engagement with STEM. The Firebirds have partnered with Wake County Schools to host 2 school day games for the purpose of reaching youth in an exciting basketball game experience and interaction. This is a vehicle platform for tremendous education content. While there are many things, it is still important to, against these things, the Firebirds will stand for STEM. Find more details at RaleighFirebirds.net. The following is a presentation of the CRN Sports Network, solely for the private non-commercial use.
Welcome back to the TBL on CRN and Sportscaster. We're back inside Word of God Christian Academy Arena in Raleigh, the home of the Holy Rams, the home of the NBA All-Star John Wall. We were at the break, and it is a 10-point lead for the Thoroughbreds of Owensboro, Kentucky here against the Raleigh Firebirds. And Trey Sneid, you're the stat guy. What has Raleigh got to do to turn things around? But what's the first half's updates?
Well, the leading point getters for the Firebirds tonight is Caden LeBray playing big-time down-low defensive stance for inside the paint, but he has 14 points. The second is Shaq Dance. He averaged 20 points a game coming into the night. He has 12 points. On the other end of the court, 15 points for Devon Hayes. He's averaging 21 points a game on the season. On the end of the court is Evan Milligan. He's a bench guy. He comes in, plays really majority of the second half. Beginning of the this time around, he was there the entire time. So on the court for the free throws, 81% shooting the free throw line from the Raleigh Firebirds. Like I mentioned, 10 for 10, 100% for the Owensboro Thoroughbreds. Rebounds, 18 rebounds on the night for the Thoroughbreds tonight, 31 total for the Firebirds. They all had 32 altogether last night. So they got to continue doing what they're doing. They're going to be just fine. We've seen their process and their game plan work. And so continue doing what you're doing. If I'm Coach Oliver, continue doing what you're doing.
As we celebrate the 40th anniversary of the movie Miracle, and with Herb Brooks done with hockey when they beat the USSR this weekend, I think I have 3 words that DeMarcus Oliver probably said to those players in the locker room. And Trey Sneid, that's 3 words. Play your game.
That's right.
They got to play their game, play your game, beat it to their advantage. And if they can do that, Trey Sneid, I think they could be on top when this game is over.
That's exactly right.
Getting ready for third period action. It's next. The TBL on CRN and Sportscaster. Stand by.
Looking for a life insurance company that specializes in what you actually need? Protection. Call Danny today with Symmetry Financial. Danny is certified in all 50 states, which means Symmetry Financial is not limited and has over 30 companies to choose from. Symmetry Financial has proved time and time again that their options and pricing is just better than the rest. Give Danny a call today at 828-994-1681 to see how Symmetry Financial can make life simple.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Welcome back to live coverage right here on the CRN Sports Network. Follow everything we do at crnsports.org. Thank you for being part of our broadcast tonight. 11-19 here in the third quarter. The Firebirds have the basketball down by 10. Aaron Baker on the left-hand side. He gives over to McAllister, and he's going to be blocked at the highest point, and it's going to be out of bounds against Owensboro. And the Firebirds will have the basketball. That's going to be Shaq Dance right on his basketball goal. It's a 61-51 game right now, 11:09 remaining in the third quarter. Shaq Dance has it, slaps his hands together. He looks for a play. That's going to be Aaron Baker, and he tips the ball out of bounds.
Goes flying in the crowd.
A lucky souvenir for a fan.
11:08 here in the third quarter. Shaq Dance has the basketball. Gives it outside to Jonathan Milligan. Calls a play, goes up against Joe Anderson. Step back move, gives it over to Jamel McAllister for the three, and it's good.
How about that?
That's what we needed right there. 61-54. The Firebirds are right back in this game. Good defensive stance by Shaq Dance. Gives it over to Jamel McAllister. Goes up the center of the court. Goes up against Anderson. Puts it up, and it's good.
What a comeback, McAllister.
Joe Anderson has the basketball. 61-56 is your score now. 10:29 remaining in the third quarter. Anderson has it, gives it outside of Devon Hayes. Inside to Milligan. Goes up against McLean. Spin move, puts it up, and that one's good. Evan Milligan continues to play impressive minutes coming off the bench. 10:13 remaining in the third, 63-56, and just like that, Jonathan Milligan puts him back closer and closer. Taken away by Jonathan Milligan, and it's going to be two more back-to-back possessions for Jonathan Milligan. Makes it a 3-point game, 63-60. 10:02 remaining in the third quarter.
What a turnaround. What a way of changing things up in the locker room. They have cut the lead from 10 to 3. 63-60. Trey Snyder, they're playing like you said they needed to be coming back for the second.
They're doing what they need to do. They're playing their game. Like you mentioned, the three words, play your game.
Yes, sir.
Do what you need to do because your game plan has worked against this program. We've seen the Firebirds win already tonight. Or yesterday. So they have a game plan. They know what to do. Now put that in perspective and go ahead and do it. Just play your game. Right now, 63-60 is your score. The Firebirds, led by Jonathan Milligan here at the beginning of the third quarter in the second half, they are back in this ball game.
That was Milligan, 2-point layup made, and then a 3-point shot as well. They have cut the lead by 3. Milligan with some big efforts as well of stealing the ball. Other scores in the middle of the third period, 79-69. Gulf Coast beating Louisville Yellow Jackets, Trace 9.
And a 3-point shot by number 4 in Corey Wolford makes it now a 6-point game, 66-60. McLean has it under the basket, goes up against Milligan. Long pass on the right-hand side to Aaron Baker. Baker, McAllister, Milligan, Shaq Dance, and McCain in the basketball game for the Firebirds. Brings it left-hand side. That's Shaq Dance outside for McLean for the three, and it's good.
How about that? That's Aaron Baker. Aaron Baker from downtown for 3, and it's good. And it's a 3-point game now, Trace Snyder.
9:15 remaining in the third quarter. Devon Hayes puts it up for the 2, and he's not going to miss those very often. 68-63 is your score. McAllister has it, goes up against Anderson, puts it up, and he's fouled.
One of the things I like, Trey, about this team, they respect each other. The respect that Mark Anderson has for DeMarcus Oliver and vice versa, and the players, too. They're playing hard, but they respect one another.
Well, yeah.
And that's why they're so alike, I believe.
Well, they're alike. Now, they get upset with each other. It's like brothers. They get upset with each other when something happens or they hit them. But, that's what this league is all about. These guys, each and every single one of these guys can play at the next level. We've seen that. We've seen this league produce multiple times and multiple players across seas. The one guy just got signed to the G League out of Indian Express.
That's right.
And so they're doing something special, and that's what Coach Magson, that's what they wanted to do here for the basketball league. Give these guys an opportunity to extend their career because this is a job. This is really an interview moving forward.
They get paid. These are not, and as Autumn Joy with an I said, these are not just off-the-street basketball stars. These are professional basketball players. They play. They get a check. They're playing to build their resume to go somewhere and possibly to the NBA.
And more aggressive play by Chuck Abato. It's going to be out of bounds against him, though. Shaq Dance thought he hit him, or he was hit in the mouth. But they didn't call it. We've seen them not call things.